stop was issued, or before the ground stop was issued this morning, there was like a 4.5-hour flight delay. So I can only imagine it is a total mess at both of the airports. So this snowfall coming on a Saturday, which is good news. It's kind of a double-edged sword. We have coming on a weekend when people aren't working, but it's coming on a holiday weekend when people are trying to get home. But we did have good opportunities to get out of town yesterday, and we will have better chances coming up tomorrow as this storm system pushes away. Temperatures right now, we're in the upper 20s. We're going to be in the upper 20s and low 30s for the remainder of the day and into the evening and the overnight hours. Again, not a whole lot of temperature variation. One thing that will also be constant will be the snowfall. Again, constant snowfall coming down between now and tomorrow morning. Elongated snowfall period, elongated snowfall area. This snow now stretching from North Dakota all the way to West Virginia. A bad trip today would be on Interstate 80, maybe starting out around Omaha, going across Iowa where there's been some heavy snow, here south of Chicago and then across northwest Indiana and into Ohio. That would be a bad trip today. Strong showers and thunderstorms have been popping up from time to time down in the south end of this, and there's been the possibility for some severe weather there. This is a look at Futurecast, and you can see as that low treks right over Chicago, we are still in the snow right in through tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow during the day, winds are going to continue to gust. So some blowing and drifting before we dry out a bit for Sunday, or at least when I say dry out, we have a lack of snow. And then comes another shot. This is 5 o'clock on Monday with another round of snow. All right, monitoring the snow, we have our own intrepid reporter, Dane Placco, who is out on the Fox Broadcast Center this afternoon. We have stuck him out in it. Dane, are you surviving out there?
I am surviving, Mark, and hey, I got a special guest appearance. It's like the old Tonight Show when Bob Hope would walk on. Luke and Ellis, out of nowhere, just walked across the plaza in front of our building. You've been walking around the
Dano, this weather's not keeping this Chicagoan in.
No.
Heck no. So we had our annual, Monica, Gia, my wife and daughter and myself had our annual Thanksgiving weekend lunch at the Walnut Room.
Ooh, that's good.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Been part of the family for 60 years.
The chicken pot pie?
Yeah, we didn't do the chicken pie. I did the burger and the mandarin salad.
Okay.
But it was excellent.
That is good.
And then, you know, Daddy, for this weather, said he better get himself a coat that he can wear with a suit in case we do a Bears pregame show out at Soldier Field.
We'll be doing some postseason games this year.
Picked up a London fog coat, getting ready for the season. Who knows? Postseason, maybe.
Well, the Bears have played in this kind of weather before.
This is bear weather.
It is bear weather.
We haven't had this kind of snow in 2-3 years.
It's been a while. Well, Lou, thanks for stopping
Always.
by.
I was just coming to get back in my car. I promised not to work today, and here I am working.
We'll
Bye,
tell
Dano.
the boss. We'll put it on your payroll. Thank you. Thank you, Lou. All right. Again, Lou just walked up. Glad to see him out here in the snow. A lot of people actually here in downtown Chicago out in the snow right now. As Mark mentioned a short time ago, it's not snowing quite as heavily as it was before. I'd say between 12:30 and 3:30. You couldn't see across the street. Take a look at the situation now. It's cleared up. I mean, it's still snowing, but it's not coming down at the rate it had been earlier. Let's take a little walk out here towards Michigan Avenue and see how the road conditions are. It is snow covered and a bit slushy, but traffic is moving downtown. I can tell you there's a lot more snow on the roads right now than there was when I came in around 11 o'clock this morning. I drove in on the Kennedy, which was fairly wet at the time and clear, traffic moving about 55 miles an hour. I would imagine the Kennedy is much slower and icier than that right now. As we take a live look at Michigan Avenue, you can see the buses are still moving north on Michigan. A lot of pedestrians out on the sidewalk. The various buildings, commercial buildings downtown have had people out sweeping and plowing and getting rid of the snow, moving it over to the curb. I'd say we have about 3 to 4 inches of snow downtown right now. Hey, the other situation, and Mark alluded to this, was the airports. This is causing a lot of headaches for people trying to fly into and out of Chicago. I have to reach into my pocket here to get my notes. I did write down some numbers from the flychicago.com website. Let's take a look at some video we shot at O'Hare just a short time ago. The number of cancellations at O'Hare right now, 1,038 so far today. 200 cancellations, flights canceled at Midway. That's a total of 1,238 flights canceled. Roughly 40% of the flight schedule at both Chicago's airports today have been canceled. How about delays, you might ask? O'Hare, they're running about 67 minutes right now. Midway, a little shorter than that, 27 minutes. Of course, not as many flights in and out today as there will be tomorrow, the Sunday return for Thanksgiving weekend. A lot of people wondering just how the airports will be holding up by then. We put a call into the Department of Aviation, and we hope to talk to them for our later newscast this evening at 9 o'clock and after the college football game. But I would imagine as soon as the snow stops sometime in the middle of the morning, they're going to be working really hard to plow everything and get those runways open, because tomorrow is one of the busiest travel days of the year into both Midway and O'Hare. The other issue out here is the wind. It seems, I know it's blowing, I think, out of the southwest, but in the canyon-like downtown area, it swirls around, and it seems like it's blowing in the direction of wherever you're walking. You're always walking into it, hitting the snow pellets right in your face. Seeing a lot of people with umbrellas, holding umbrellas in front of their faces. They're walking downtown right now. So let's get one more look again as we approach the sunset. You see a city plow right over there. If you pan to the right, see a lot of salt trucks and city plows. That's about the fourth one we've seen in the last 15 minutes going down Michigan Avenue. They are out. I would imagine the entire fleet is out right now. We're going to be talking to Cole Stallard, the commissioner of the Department of Streets and Sanitation, a little bit later today and get the exact numbers. But the city has its full complement on the street. People out enjoying the snow downtown. It is slowing everything, but not bringing Chicago to a halt. Mark, back to you.
Dane, I was surprised by the number of folks out wandering around today, and you're absolutely right. I don't think I've seen this many umbrellas out in a snowstorm before.
Right. Everybody is using them not to keep the snow off their head, but to keep it out of their face. They're holding them directly in front of them because, as I said, the funny thing is, Mark, I know the snow is coming from a particular direction, but when you get into the city with these big buildings, it just swirls around. It seems like every time you're walking east, west, north, or south, you're walking directly into it.
You're absolutely right. It's that Venturi effect, spinning around like you're in a snow globe. Thank you very much. Great job. We will continue to see the snowfall come down as we go through the rest of the evening. Again, this is a look at live power Doppler weather radar, and you can see that the snowfall stretches, again, from the Dakotas all the way to West Virginia. So a very large storm system. Snowfall tomorrow. We'll see some in the morning, but the afternoon should remain dry. Watch out for blowing and drifting. Temperatures tomorrow around 32, and we cool off Monday and Tuesday. And later in the week, temperatures again, they stay only in the 20s for daytime highs, and they may struggle to get there. So there's that low. It's trekking right on over Chicago. It continues up through around Saginaw, Michigan, and then exits up to the northeast. So this will not be a huge storm system for the New England area. So if you are traveling to New England, Boston, New York, not saying you won't get any snow, but the most impactful areas will be right here in our part of the Midwest. We're dry on Monday morning, 8 a.m., quiet conditions, but watch what happens as we go through the day. Another system heading our way. This next system looks like it should produce about 1 to 3 inches of snow. So heavy snow at times. Winter storm warning continues overnight tonight into the early morning hours. 28 snowfall totals. I think about 5 to 11 for most of us. I think that's a pretty good bet at this point. And then tomorrow, again, some morning snow, otherwise cloudy skies. Temperatures tomorrow around 32. And this is a look at your 7-day forecast with more chances of snow Sunday morning and then Monday night. We're quiet for a time midweek, but cold, and then a chance of more flurries and light snowfall later in the 7-day forecast. Look at those daytime highs only in the 20s for several days, including Thursday. We may struggle to get out of the teens. And keep in mind, low 40s is where we normally would find ourselves. Well, thanks for joining us for this live podcast, video cast of what's been happening here in Chicago today. We will do another update tonight coming up here, right here at 7 o'clock this evening. And also we'll be back at 9 o'clock this evening, and then after the ball games coming up tonight on Fox Channel 32 WFLD. Thanks again.